What is going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me in today's video. Today we are going to talk about what I consider the best food strategy or food plan that you can do when it comes to gaining the most amount of results in the shortest amount of time. So stay tuned. How's it going, everybody? I hope your day is going fantastic. Today I just wanted to make a video talking about IIFYM, or if it fits your macros. This is the diet plan that I use, and this is the diet plan that I believe is the most effective when it comes to bodybuilding, whether it's weight loss or weight gain. And I'm going to tell you a few reasons and a few rules that you have to set for yourself if you actually want to make this work. So let's get into it. So IIFYM, or if it fits your macros, is not so much a diet as it is a food strategy or a food planning. A diet restricts the person or the user from foods, whether it's a food that they actually really enjoy or that they don't enjoy, but regardless, it restricts the user of foods. If it fits your macros, it doesn't restrict you from anything, which is actually why I like it a lot. Because when someone is dieting and it's restricting them from foods that they actually really enjoy, then it becomes a little less sustainable. Because if you're going every single day eating stuff that you don't really like, at some point you're gonna say, F this, I'm done with this, why am I doing this, I'm not enjoying life, so on and so forth. So, if you fit your macros, you have the power to choose what you eat, but that's why we have to set some ground rules to make this acceptable. But before we go into that, we need to discuss how we kind of do if it fits your macros. The biggest point, macros, it's in the name. We need to figure out what our caloric intake is and what our daily macro intake is. In order to do that, we need to find out what our RMR is, and I've explained this in a couple of videos prior, so I'll link the video in the description. But we need to find out what our caloric intake is and our macro intake is, so we can now start tracking. There it is, another dreaded word. You know, we all don't like tracking. It's something we have to get used to. I tell my clients, the best way to get results is you track your food. They hate hearing it because 95% of people just do not want to do it, whether it takes time, they don't enjoy it, whatever. The number one thing in fitness is to actually enjoy what you're doing. So if you absolutely hate tracking macros and food, do not do it, because then you're not gonna enjoy yourself in your fitness path and your fitness career, so don't do it. But if you want to get the best results and at the shortest amount of time, we need to track our food. It's almost like working and money. If you want a lot of money, you're gonna have to work whether you like it or not. If you want a lot of results and really good results, you're gonna have to track your food whether you like it or not. I hate to say it, that's just how it is. So try it out, learn to love it, and make it a part of your daily routine. Don't dread doing it. Once it becomes a part of your daily routine, it just becomes like working out, then you won't hate it anymore. So you just gotta force yourself to like it. Anyways, so track the calories, track the food. Now that we have our macro intake and our caloric intake, we gotta decide what foods that we wanna put in it. And again, that's completely up to you. Everything's different. Eat foods that you like, eat whatever you want, but within reason. That's when these ground rules come in. The end goal at the end of the day is to hit our caloric intake and hit each macro to the gram. At least try. Sometimes it's hard, it's gonna take some time really figuring out what foods do what, how much carbs, fats, proteins are in different types of food, but eventually you'll get there, you'll start getting on track, and you'll figure out what you need to be eating per day, and you'll stick to it. A few rules though, to make this really work. A lot of people don't like if it fits your macros because they think it gives the user too much leeway, so they go, you know, off track and they start eating junk food and stuff like that, which is true, it could happen, which is why a lot of people don't like it. But if you stick to these ground rules, or this set of rules, it will make it a lot easier, and you will get results a lot better than how most people think you get results on if it fits your macros. So here are the ground rules. Number one, the 80-20 rule. 80% clean, 20% dirty. If you're eating at least 80% clean every single week, do what you want for that last 20%. And of course, eating cleaner is better, but you know, you gotta give yourself a little something. Rule number two, you must have your veggies, guys. Veggies, veggies, veggies. I can't stress it enough. I wish, if there's one thing I could tell past me, there's actually a lot of things I wish I could tell, you know, past me, or younger me, sorry. But one of them is to eat your veggies. It's super, super easy to do if it fits your macros without hitting veggies. Because on paper, if you're just eating grains, meats, and, you know, oils or nuts or whatever for your fat, on paper, it looks very good. You're hitting your carbs, your proteins, and your fats perfectly, but you're not having any veggies. Why is this? It's because you don't need veggies to hit your macros. There's not a whole lot of, in veggies there's carbs, but there's not a whole lot. So if you're looking at it at a standpoint where I really need to hit my macros, veggies aren't gonna do a whole lot for you. But we need to think about what it does first internally. It's gonna do a lot of things like keep us healthy, boost our metabolism so we're not sick all the time. And if we're sick all the time, we're gonna be losing a lot of gains because we're not eating a lot and we're gonna be out of the weight room. So we don't wanna get sick. But it also does things like increases muscle recovery, and it also increases performance in the gym. Also keeps us hydrated depending on what kind of foods and what kind of veggies that we're eating. But regardless of what it does, let's get our veggies in. We want to be healthy internally, which is why we're working out. We're not just working out. We may just be working out to look good, but we want to feel good as well. So let's eat those veggies. I would suggest at least one veggie source or one green source in each meal, but if we can't do that, at least twice a day. With 2 meals a day, have some sort of veggies, whether it's zucchini, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, whatever you want, spinach, all good. Just have them daily, guys. You'll thank me later for it. Rule number 3, we need to constantly keep recalculating our macros. If our caloric intake is, let's use me for example. If my caloric intake is 2,600 calories at 175 pounds of body weight, which is what I am, once I get down to 172, my caloric intake is not going to be 2,600 calories anymore. That might now be my maintenance. So if I keep eating 2,600 calories when I'm 172 pounds, I'm not going to lose any weight, if at all. I'm going to lose it really, really slowly. It's because now I'm not giving my body a reason to lose body fat, because I'm now eating my caloric maintenance, the amount of calories my body needs to keep its current shape, which is not what I want to do at all. It's also called plateauing. So guys, if you want to try it, if it fits your macros, which is personally, from my experience, the most effective and the most efficient way to either build muscle or burn fat. Of course, we need to follow those ground rules. We need to keep our body lean, keep our body healthy, while either trying to put on weight, lose fat, whatever it is. We just really want to make sure we stay on track with it. Give the video a thumbs up if you found it enjoyable, helpful, fun, etc. All that good stuff. If you have a comment or a question, please leave it down below. And always, if you want more of your free guide to your fit life, please subscribe. Thanks guys. See ya.